guys, hope you're doing well. Of course, tuko hapa na Obina. And Obina, today is the last day of you guys doing a show with Kamene. I would like to know, how has it been for the 10 months you've worked with her?
It's been challenging. It's been an experience. It's been a lesson. But above all, it's been beautiful. I think in all the... Okay, apart from Sanaipei, Kamene has also been very good vibes. Like ni watu wananga maneno, ni msetu, no bad vibes, good vibes inshallah, to dance, to cheke, and me I love laughing all the time. And because I like that happiness, I know a lot of people are going through a lot of problems. Mtu akanicheke, ucheke, tuchekeshane, like that. So with Kamene it's been very easy. She's taught me a lot. She made my transition welcome. I came in, nikatukanwa, oh, you'll never feel the shoes, oh, I'm like, guys, I didn't come here to feel nobody's shoes. And the guy you're talking about is the one who trained me in everything I know. So I'm trying to do what he taught me and I'm doing the best way I know. Oh, then wakanyamaza at some point. So now the challenge is for the next person who's gonna come, because they're gonna go through the same thing I went through. Oh, you cannot feel the high heels of... Okay, bang your heels. You cannot feel the sneakers of Kamene. So it's gonna be tough also. But for her, it was beautiful. She made it so easy. She was like, you, let's just do the show. Let's have good vibes. And here we are.
Okay, how did you receive the news that she's leaving? She's the one who told you. Maybe I could prepare mapema ama ilikuwaje?
You can never be prepared for a goodbye. She told me a while ago, but I thought she was joking. Even last year, she was like, oh, you know, my contract is gonna end in January. I'm like, you're Kamene. What do you mean? You know? And then last month, and then last week, and then I'm like, yo. And then yesterday, we even did a video yesterday laughing. Me, I thought it's still a prank. I'm like, oh, you know, one more day. So we had fun, and then today we come, and then I just start seeing the mood. I read the rumors like, yo, it's happening. Can slap kidogo, but we are fine. Yeah.
Okay, what are some of the moments that you treasure so much in the 10 months that you guys have been together?
The food and the dancing. Yeah, so I like food and Kamene likes food. She makes this very amazing food. Na nekangi na kwa chachu. She puts a bit of lemon in the food. Na nabebanga asubuhi. Hiyo chakula, I'm proud to say ni mimi huwa ninaikula most of the time, because hawezi maliza na kama oh you know chicken, naambia that's chicken, let me show you. Wacha nikuwekee pale pema peponi. So the food has been nice, the dances, the experience, and the stories, the muhahes. Tumechongwa watu onea, tumetukanwa na watu, tumetukanana na watu. It's just been a whole, it's been an amazing experience, and every part of it, I cherish all of it.
Yeah. And of course, we are human beings. Now, apart from the good times, I don't know, kuna wakati labda mliwahi kuwa na tofauti kidogo?
Yeah, that one is inevitable. It has to happen. There are some times when things don't go the way you want or the way you think they should go, and you always have disagreements. Everybody always have disagreements, but the good thing, like I've said about Kamene, she's always easy. The way it's being solved, you know. Mi ni mtu wa hasira mingi. Then me ushika grudge. I can hold a grudge for 10 years. Like I'm like, yeah, that's just the way I am. So, and Kamene is the guy for, no, let's talk about it. She's very pragmatic. And that is what has always been, we're solving this. What's the issue now? Oh, you know, this link was too long, man. Okay, cool. And we solved them.
Yeah. Of course, she has addressed some of the allegations. Kulikuwa na amefutwa, she used to be absent sana. That's
She told me, my contract is expiring in January. I used to think it's a joke. And mine expired. Then it was renewed. And then expiring again in March. So it might be renewed, it might not be renewed. But it's a contract. It's you take a year, a month, 2, 6. That's the way it happens. So about the absenteeism at Jobo Nini, that one I can't say, because that's her... Everybody has their targets, what you've been told to do. So she knows what she was told to do. And you know, sometimes you come here, then there's some people you don't see for a whole month. If I know they took leave, you're like, huh? So someone accumulated the leave months. Someone will miss today, but it's their leave. They say take it on leave. So I cannot say it was absenteeism that has led to it. That only the HR can say.
And of course, Kamene amesema kwamba it wasn't in her plan maybe to renew the contract. I don't know, for you, it expire in March. Are you expecting you to maybe renew, or you also take course ambayo amechukua?
I love radio. I love my career path. I love TV. I love radio. Basically, what I'm doing now is what I've always wanted to do my whole life. Like I'm living my dream. I don't work any day. That's why I show up at work every day, even when I'm sick. The whole of last week, I was very sick. I missed to work one day when I'd gone for the tests at the hospital. Then I was put on the drip. Then I spent there the whole day. The following day, I came to work. I'm dizzy, I'm drowsy, I'm nauseous, because for me it's an experience. For me it's not work. When I come here, I laugh, it's therapy for me. Then also a lot of things that I'm going through out of the media, when I come here I forget everything. So if my contract expires and they want to renew, gladly. If they don't want to renew, it is what it is. Change is inevitable. But I have achieved and I've lived what I wanted to do. I've done radio for a while now. I've done all the shows. I'm the only presenter who's done late night from midnight till morning. I've done evening till midnight. I've done drive. I've done mid-morning. Now I'm doing breakfast. I've done all of them, the whole shebang. So whatever happens, we'll be grateful for what we've done and the people we've inspired, the people we've motivated, the people we've entertained, and then you move to the next one. You never know. Like you personally, when I was fired from the last organization, I thought, oh man, now this is the end of it. Then within a short time, Kiss is like, what's good? Then I'm like, wait a minute, you guys do know that I was told that was useless, and you know. So like they always say, another man's meat is another man's poison, and another man's poison is another man's treasure. So you never know.
Obina, it's no secret that Kwambox has signed with Radio Africa, right? How ready are you for your next co-host?
Ready or not, here she comes. Kapow! So I don't know how it's gonna happen, because personally I'm yet to meet her and be told you're gonna be working with her. So we'll be told that probably next week. I don't know. Maybe it's Cheeto, maybe it's Kwambox. I don't know. But the way Kamene was ready to welcome Jalas and the way she welcomed me, I'm also ready to welcome any other person who'll sit in that chair, and we'll create memories together. We have a job to do. We have our whole nation to entertain and spread good vibes. That's what we'll do.
Yeah. Okay, have you interacted with Kwambox maybe outside?
Yeah, we've done a couple of events together, and she's a dope MC, and we've MC'd together. But radio, TV, we've not done together, just events. And now we are boys, we are buddies. What's up, Nini? Hey, you event, da 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 da. Oh, they didn't call you, da 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 da. But we haven't done any in-house show together. So
with your previous co-hosts, what have you been doing to create a chemistry? Do you go for breakfast together, dinner? Do you go for vacations? I don't know. What do you do to create chemistry with your co-hosts?
You can go for all the dinners, and if the chemistry is not there, it's not there. Yeah, it refuses. If the cars refuse, so sometimes you try. But with Kamene, I'd known her for a long while ago. It's just like Kwambox, I've known her. We've not been that close with her though, but with Kamene we had been close because when she was working at Ibru, that's when we became friends. Then we started meeting at events as well. Then sometimes when she even started working at Kiss, my friend was working with us, so sometimes I'm coming to see him, we are together, we chill at Bav, we chill at events together. So for her the chemistry was already there because we are boys, we're in the same circle. So with Kwambox, I don't know what we will do. We can throw some cakes. We'll kapow a couple of things here and there, and then you never know. Yeah.
Of course, with Kamene, we've seen you guys even coming up with outfits.
Wow,
of the same theme.
wow, wow.
What is wow?
You really have to set me up. You're setting. Okay, continue.
Like you guys are kwa mkivango ziko na theme inaenda kufanana and everything. Like this time around, what are we going to? What do we expect?
I don't know. Like I've said, I personally don't know who I'm gonna be working with yet. But probably next week, yeah. But next week we might know. That's HR, the team, and the PC, and the group. That one is not within my powers. But whoever is brought there, I'll try and make them dress in some crazy, you know me. Because when I dress like that, someone's like, "Oh my God, have you seen this guy? He looks so bad." And then they laugh about it. And I'm like, "Yeah, I made you laugh." "Oh, this guy, oh, you look so bad." I'm like, "Yeah, I made you look. I made you talk." So that's my intention. Is getting the guys from the digital space, bringing them back to radio. Because a lot of people are going to the digital. Let me go to Instagram. Let me go to TikTok. But when someone's like, I've seen the Obina's dressed. Now, is it funny the way he looks in this picture, the way he's dressed? Maybe let me tune in. I've converted you. So that's my agenda. So if she comes and she wants to, or he comes, he wants to, that is Cheeto. I'm easy with it. But if they don't want to, I'm also easy with it. Because even like when I came initially with Kamene, she was a bit, I'm baby girl, I don't roll like that. But I said, give me time. So I continued doing my thing. Like every week I would do different outfits. And then later towards November, I think, she confirmed. Then I was like, yeah, so it took me about 6-7 months for you to fall in line. And then we started doing the king and queen looks, the joker and the girlfriend and all that. So it takes time to convert different people. But it also, if the person is willing and the person wants. Because I can say, oh, I want us dressed like mannequins tomorrow. So I'm like, I'm not doing, why would I? I mean, if someone tells me, for example, if I'm working, someone's like, oh, dress like a Kode tomorrow. So I'm like, why would I, you know? So you never know. So let's wait and see how it's going to pan out. But I'm just hoping and wishing for good vibes. Me, I just want good vibes.
Kamene has told us that the last leaving somehow influenced her to start working on her exit plan. In any way, do you think maybe her leaving kiss inaweza influence pia uanze to feel like I'm also going to leave?
No. Like I always say, I've been fired so many times. So many different places. I've been rejected so many times. I've been beaten up so many times, verbally, physically. It gets to a point where unakuwa sugu. I always tell people every time, tomorrow I come at Kiss and I get the door, I'm told, I put my face, no, they tell me no, your job is over. I'll be like, cool. Then I'll move. That's why I'm also doing a couple of other things on the side. I have a digital space that is amazing. My YouTube pages are doing amazing. I was not even ready when I started. I used to look at your pages and like, watu wame juju hii wameombea hizi vitu. Then at some point they just picked all the pages. I have like different 5 YouTube pages that are doing well, then events, then now other things that I'm doing on the side. Like now I'm just starting petition against gender-based violence against men. I've just created the petition, so you guys should sign it. It's on the link on my bio on Instagram, also on change.org. You can find it there, so we can change that one. So I'm all about the positive impact. So I'm ready for whatever might happen, but I'm enjoying where I am right now. Yeah.
Okay, talking of gender-based violence, recently you've been vocal about what happened to Tumbili, and of course it has brought a lot of reactions. People have talked. I'd like to know, so far so good, what can you say about the whole situation?
The whole situation is like nobody cares about boy child as much as they pretend to, because when things happen against the boy child, people always go, well, when mwanamke unapigwa aje, people laugh. Then I've realized that boys are the enemies of boys. Like girls, when something happens against girls, they rally up against each other. How can this happen? Wanaume, if you look at the comments that they were posted in Nairobi Gossip Club, ni wanaume tu hapo, unapigwa aje kwani mwanamke? Wewe ni mwanamke, lazy, nini, they start calling you some other names. I'm like, guys, you do realize that tomorrow it might be you, your brother, your son, your nephew, your dad, your uncle, whoever it is. And most men are going through it and they never talk. I know about 10 men. I'm talking about celebrities who are in gender-based violence situations with their persons. But they can't do anything about it, because if I do this, my career is going to be over. If I talk about it, we are not going to form that partnership that other people idolize on YouTube and everything. So they're like, well, they're just going to laugh it off. You know, cameras are rolling. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Then it's off. People are not talking. But when I posted that thing, even when mine was happening, when my situation was happening with my baby mama, a lot of people came at me, bro, man, I'm also going through the same thing. Now that's the problem with men. The ones who really support you come in your DM. They support you in private. They're like, bro, mazishikilia tu. I know CEOs who have been in situations telling me, hey bro, hey, mi baby mama wangu nipeleka. Oh bro, mi bibi yangu. Oh, da. But they're in private. But ladies are always very vocal. You even see ladies who are respectable in the society vocally talking about it on Twitter, on their Instagram. Now that's the problem. So it's gotten to a point now where it's comfortable for men to do it, and other people come there and say, unapigwa aje na mwanamke. You know, it's common sense. Logically, nearly everybody here, I can beat them black and blue. Everybody who is here, including the men. I'm a trained kickboxer, you see. But I will not do that because it's not the right thing to do. So other people come and say, oh, unapigwa aje na mwanamke, si ungempiga pia. So they are advocating for an eye. And then when you do that, what happens next? The whole world goes blind. So it's good to walk away. Sometimes you can't walk away because of one reason to another. I've been there, other men have been there, other people are still stuck in there. You saw to build a situation. If I didn't talk about it, trust me, I've known this thing for about 2 years now. And I've been in those situations. We've tried to solve these things we've had sit downs with both of them. I'm like, what's happening, man? I have recordings. Because I learned one thing. When you go and meet someone, people always know how to change conversation. They say this person came and then this person did this. So any person I'm always meeting in a difficult situation, I always put my phone on record just for purposes of protection, because things get switched and boy child gets thrown under the bus, na unatukanwa, na unapigwa, unakuwa fired, and things happen like that. So that's why I'm really advocating for gender-based violence, to stop gender-based violence against men. Against women, it's working well. We appreciate it, we value it. And I'm always telling men, don't raise a hand on a woman ever. I even spoke with Tumbili before. Trust me, the reason why this happened, I also blame myself. Because when I went last time, I even have the pictures. They'll air on FNL tonight. I have the pictures. We went to the police station. We got there. Then the police officers were telling us, unavaliwa jana mwanamke bwana, si umvae, nini. So I looked at these police guys. Then I even took a picture of Tumbili, and that day I nearly got locked up. So apparently you can't take a picture in a police station. So they started that whole drama. The OCS had to be involved. We went to the gender-based violence office over there. They didn't do nothing. She disappeared with the kids for a while, for like 4 months. Nobody did anything. Like when we got the kids later, when she dumped them in town in the middle of the night, the kids were malnutrition, they were sick and everything. We had to take them to the hospital. They stayed in my place for a while. We had to and I kept on telling Tumbili all the time, bro, don't lay a hand on this woman. Bro, the minute you do it, your career is finished. What I'm trying to make you build, what I'm trying to help you achieve is going to be useless. So don't. And so that happened, and that night when they came from my place went, and then whatever happened. He sent me the videos in the middle of the night. When I woke up in the morning to come to job, I saw them, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna talk about it. And I feel that probably I was part of it because I told him, don't do nothing. And Tumbili loves his kids, and he wanted to be there. And I'm like, bro, I was there, and I was stayed for the kids, and everything happened. And when mine happened, everybody caught at me on public. You know, you're a narcissist, you're egocentric, you're this, and that. They even forgot what I was speaking about. What they didn't realize is I was speaking from a point of aggression. I was angry at everything because I'm like, yo guys, I've come out crying, this is happening. And now everybody's just like, yeah. And then conversations went and got turned, interviews got done, and I was just like, yo. And I said I should have kept quiet. And that's when I started walking away from interviews. They're like, what do you want to talk about, my baby mama? I'm not going to talk about it. Let's talk about something else until Tumbili happened. Then I'm like, yo guys, this now is too much. So let's stop it. So I've partnered with change.org, and we've filed a petition. So help me guys in signing it. When you see it, it's just go to change.org, look for the petition, Stop Gender-Based Violence Against Men, and just sign it. When you sign it, this is what's going to happen. The government is going to take it more serious. And then they're going to put out safe houses for men. They're going to put out counseling centers for men. Trust me, our men in this society are broken. Why do you think men drink the way they drink? Why do you think some men are deadbeats and everything? It happens in such ways sometimes. I saw this even with Tumbili. Your baby mama takes away your kid and then tells you, you'll not see your child. Where is the child? You have no idea. Where tuma pesa mimi napeleka mtoto shule, tuma pesa mtoto akule. You're like, why am I sending money and I cannot see the child? They're like, I don't care, you send the money. Then you say, cool, I'm not going to send the money because I cannot see the child until I can see the child. Then what do? They go to you guys. Obina is deadbeat. What do you guys do? You post it up there. Obina exposed badly, being a deadbeat. And then what do the fans do? Matusi. Who you say? Useless. We knew. Nobody knows the backstory. And there is nobody that you can go to and say, listen, I just want to provide for my kids. I want to pay the school fees. I want to pay for them their meals and everything. But I want to be able to see them. Most of the time when baby daddies happen to see the children, you only see them at the mercy of your baby mama. And the way this happens is this. You either pay your baby mama or you sleep with her. If you're not sleeping with your baby mama or you're not paying your baby mama, chances are high you will not see your child. It has to be one way. Anajuanga tu nikupigia wewe, hebu tuma pesa ding ding. Unataka na mtoto nakuletea. Ama niaje mzito, niaje. What that happens is for her, she believes you guys are still together or you guys are still working out or whatever. Now your first lady was your baby mama now becomes your side chick because now your other chick is now your main chick. And then you have to see your children. But if you don't do that, trust me, I know so many men who are like, bro, maze, miss Jimmy tutonga lendo happy. Another one, the wife went to the States with the kids. He booked a ticket for holiday. They went there, they got there. The wife said she's not coming back. And it's a very prominent person. The other one, they were living in Rongai. A own compound built for the woman. One day the woman just left with the child. And say, you're not going to see my child again. And when they leave, it's normally my child. It's never our child. You don't see my child. Then we also have the mamas who bounce children from different schools. Leo unakwambia lipa school fees. Si I just paid school fees. That mimi nimetoa mtoto huko. Mimi napeleka mtoto huko kwingine. Like, but you didn't discuss to me. Others will take their children and take their children to the village. What happened with this Tumbili situation? Now let me give you a very quick backstory. The last time we solved the situation, we sat down to solve it. We didn't solve it because ilifika katikati matusi zikaanza. And personally, I've been there before. So I told Tumbili, yo, let's leave. Tumbili started fumbling with his shoes there. His Subaru was going to be broken. That's story for another day. I told Tumbili, step out, because if I left the house before him, I think I have that whole recording until that point, something would have happened. I'm like, yo, let's go, let's leave. So we left. But the story was, I said, you guys have been so physical with each other because I didn't want to take sides. It's in the recording. I'll even send it to you guys if you need to. And I said, what we do, I told the lady, you go to the police station, take a P3 against Tumbili. Then you go to the police station, take P3 against her. Then you guys now go there and meet and discuss how you'll raise your kids, either with or without each other, because together is toxic. You see? The lady said, I'm not going to no police station. Me, I'm going to the village with the children. Remember this time, I've just paid Tumbili, and I told him, yo, when I normally pay Tumbili, I'll tell him, bro, umelipa school fees. That's the first stop. Umelipa rent, sawa. Umeweka food kwao, sawa. Let's go Paramule, twende tutafute do kwingine. Tumbili had paid school fees full because I paid him. And then she said she's going to the village. We are like, why are you going to the village? What's in the village? Me, I just want to go to the village with the kids. We are like, listen, school fees have been paid. They've been schooling here, and nobody has even kicked you out of the house. I remember telling Tumbili, you even get a bedsitter somewhere. Come, watembele kwa kama stranger. Because that's what I did initially. I left, then I was coming by to say hi. Those videos are in my kids' channel. You'd see me going and saying hi when I'm leaving. They start crying. All those videos are in the Obina's channel. So when this happened, we left, went to the police station. Coming back, we don't find nobody. That's the time the kids disappeared for 4 months. We didn't see them for 4 months. We just being told, Tumbili is being told, Tumado. So he sent for about 2 months or so, the blackmails and everything. Then at some point he was like, no, I'm not going to send. I have to see the children. That's the point now when he started singing the Marana Pigio midnight, Kamuchko Toto Tao, da. So all that happens because one person believes that you guys are no longer together and you're not going to work it, and they cannot be able to do what they were doing. And this situation also happens to women. There are some men who also do the same thing. They also hold the children against their baby mamas. And this is what I normally prefer. Don't take your aggression through the children. Don't allow the children to see the fights and the arguments that you guys are having. But most people never have that. So you see, so it's been a lot of situations, and then you hear the baby mama saying, since I came to Tumbili's life, I don't want them together. Why would I not want them together? When I'm dating Tumbili, I want to date her. Have you seen the women I work with? Okay, that I didn't mean to be rude. I take that back, sorry, my bad. So this is the thing. She's pissed because I opened Tumbili's eyes. Because when I came to Tumbili's life, he was a different person. He's a different person now. And I told him, bro, I've been here, I've done these mistakes before. In life, in career, in family, in parenting. I'm like, bro, don't do this, don't do that. And when I came and I was like, no, let's stop this aggression and the abuse and the emotional abuse and the physical abuse. She's like, oh, so you're taking away my punching bag. So that is the point. That's the pain where it's coming from. It's like, oh, mekuju kamfungua macho. Because since I came to Tumbili's life, what I know, I don't know what he knows. All I've wanted was to change it to the better. Because also myself, someone held my hand and changed my life. And when I finish Tumbili, I always tell him, also you do something too. Even the other people that I try and support Chinyamaji, I always tell them, don't thank me, do it for somebody else that doesn't know or doesn't expect it. So that's the current situation. So try and sign the petition. Let's create awareness. Let us comfort our men. Be kind to the men. They are going through a lot, and the society expect them to be mwanaume. Mwanaume ali. Mwanaume hafai kupigwa. Mwanaume inafaa provide. And there are no jobs. And we are abused with our employers and everything, and there's no way you can do. So just try and be kind to the men that you meet, from your brothers to your husbands, to your boyfriends, to your cousins, to your parents. Just be kind, man. You don't know what that man is going through. Trust me. And most of them don't talk.
Obina, umesema most of the men are put pale social media, maybe kusema maybe through you have the numbers, you have the attention. How you going to change men's mindsets that akipitia this thing, anaweza kuja pale kwa social media ama anaweza sema asifeel anaweza kuwa attack that yeye ni mwanaume afai kulia. How you going to change men's mindsets?
You've not been following me, have you? Okay. So, I've been talking about it because most men who I know don't want to talk about it because of the positions they hold in the society. The men who come there to tukana each other are useless men. someone who is jobless in some bedsitter somewhere, someone who is angered, someone who is going through an aggression. And the reason why they are useless is because they are not being useful in the situation that is happening. So then they feel, let me come and to corner this person to just feel good about myself. You know, other men have also been raised wrong. That's what they know. Mwanaume ni kutukanana, mwanaume ni kupigana, mwanaume ni kuongeleshana mbaya, mwanaume ni kuambia dem nini, you know. So that is the way they're raised. So what I've been trying to do in my social media all the time, go to my kids page. On the YouTube page for my kids, I'm always trying to show other baby daddies how to relate with their children. I'm not perfect. I'm experimenting. It's my first time I'm doing this with these kids. I'm learning every day. People come and comment there a couple of things. I'm like, watch the other episodes, then you come in. You know, so I'm trying to teach other men how not to be deadbeat dads. Trust me, you'll be accused of everything. They'll say everything, but provided you know a relationship with your child, that is what matters. I come on social media and tell other guys, if you can talk about it, talk about it. But social media never helps most of the time. Sometimes it does, because it holds the perpetrators to book. But most of the time, social media people come, unatulete kwa nini? The reason why people bring to social media is to get your attention. Sometimes not even to get your solution, because solution is not there. So that people can talk, watachekelewa, watafanya nini. But if we sign that petition and probably it's passed into law and those centers are created and everybody knows, hey, if you lay a hand on a man, unaweza vutwa job. Right now we have so many women in top positions who beat up their men black and blue. Na mwanaume mkatoa amesema unajua mazee hakuna kinaweza fanyika, mazee hakuna penye naenda. The same way if you go to court now and you're having a battle between who's gonna stay with the baby, most of the time the woman is given. But you know what the judge and the magistrate and everybody in the court don't know? They don't know this woman like you know this woman. And they don't know this woman the way this child knows this woman. Some women, some children fear their mothers because they know, man. They've been there, they're like, man, they're told lazima uende na mom. So what starts with is me talking about it, you commenting positively about it, and if someone comments negatively about it, tell them, no, bro, that's not the way to go. This is the agenda. Listen to the message. Don't look at the vessel. Now, what people are doing wrong is they're looking at the vessel. Oh, Obina, we unima clout. You can't do clout with children, bro. You can't do clout with violence. That's not clout. And what you're calling clout is showbiz. That's what I do for a living. When I do anything, I make you look, and when you look, I get paid. That's how it happens. You see. So what is happening? Oh, when the cloud. If that happens and that continues happening, a lot of men, trust me, they see people wanaona venye mtu tukana on social media and they're like, hey, kama Obina tukana, wacha mimi nisiongee, hey, wacha tu mimi ninyamaze. But if you start embracing them, everybody will start talking. Trust me, today I challenge everybody here. Talk to 5 men. Uliza tu 5 men that you know in your close circle, bro. And everybody watching this, uliza tu the 5 men, your friend, your cousin, bro. Hizo gender based violence unaonaje maboys mazee wakipigwa na madem and then wait for the floodgates. Trust me, utasikia mazee kuna beshte yangu. There's a man who will never tell you it's them. Kuna beshte yangu mazee alikuwa anapigwa, kuna beshte yangu alikuwa anatukana, kuna beshte yangu. You see like to me anatemewa mate. Do you know the minute someone starts spitting on you, do you know how like hey man, yeah, like it's so disrespectful to a certain, you're like, then why are we together? Why is this even happening? So bro, it starts with that. I talk about it, you support it, you comment positively. Another man talks shit, tell him, bro, call them out. No, this is not the way to go about it. We're talking about this change. This is what we want to do. We want a better society. And then that man will be ashamed. Another man who was gonna talk shit will say, hey, we are meokoto, wacha mimi nisionge. Then you'll see positive change. But the minute I post, then 20 men are there to canaing me, and then 20 others are supporting them. That is 40 men, and then 20 others, 60 men. What do the women do? None of our business. Not my monkey, not my circus. Wacha si tungoje dem. Do you remember that woman who was aggressively harassed kwa barabara kwa gari? Yeah. Do you remember what happened? Mm-hmm. Everybody, the men, the women, we were unified. Everybody came and said, yo, what? But what happened? They were just trying to tear her clothes. Right? This is a man who's been beaten black and blue. You can see the blood. Amegongwa na ile kifuniko ya gas. The guy is bleeding. And it's not the first time you see a video of the blood on the floor and everything. But what do people do? Not my monkey, not my circus. Ni mwanaume, wacha mwanaume ajikaze. And he's not the first time. The guy's been burnt with hot water. The guy amedungwa na kisu. The guy amegongolewa na meza. Bro, are you waiting for him to die? Then say, haki woye. Haki wanadamu wengine ni wabaya. You're not helping. So if you don't have anything positive to say when guys are talking about things to change the society for the better, for the next generation, shut up. Like personally where I am now, no woman can abuse me. I will walk away, or I'll sue you, or I'll take you to court or anything because I have the capacity to. But what of that man who cannot? That is the person I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for my son. My son is 12 now, and I always tell him all the time, never ever lay a hand on a woman. And I tell the sisters as well. So that means even the parent who's watching now, as you raise your daughters, tell them, listen, never lay a hand on a man. And for the people raising boys, tell them, never lay a hand on a woman. You start them from that tender age. My kids know clearly. They've seen everything, they've been there, they've experienced it, and they know what not to do. So we continue doing it. The people who are in primary, nursery, and also high school, when they become adults, they know what not to do. But tunaendelea kutukanana hapa. What do you think they're seeing? Pia wanaendelea kutukanana. Bro, have I answered you?
Yeah.
So, so for a reason, I've heard you talk about GBV. For a reason, do you think that in the process of the society trying to empower the girl child, they have overpowered her, and now for a reason, mkiwa na shida we na dem, you get victimized?
I wouldn't say it's overpower, because I like the empowerment they've given the women. I would say it's neglect. You know, most of the time they always say, for this reaction, there's an equal. So when we focus on this side, on the girl child, we forget the boy child. So they're like, oh, girls can say no to this, but also boys can say no. Like most boys that I know, the first sexual encounter they had was with a house help. Most boys, they're like, hey, Mazimi auntie. Most. The first sexual encounter, and that is sexual abuse. They were molested. But because it's a boy, hey, mazi, hey, ulikuwa mnoma ukiwa mtoi. But if it happens to a girl, the guy is in committee. So it is all about what they're focused on. Everybody's focused on girl child. They forget what makes the girl child is the boy child. And what makes the boy child is the girl child. We need each other. We're talking about equality. If we're equal, then let's treat each other equal.
And of course, you've talked about the society teaching the man kwamba hafai kulia, hafai to speak up, maybe if anything may happen. Do you think it's something that should be introduced in schools as early as now to see the change coming?
Yes, it should. It's called freedom of expression.
And as we conclude, Obina.
And Obina, if I'm not sure, when Jonas left, I would recommend maybe you and TV. So, is there any celebrity you would recommend our work in the show?
The celebrity I would recommend?
Or any person?
Kamene, Goro. I will recommend her again.
Obina.
Whoever will be brought, either Chito, or Kwambox, or Seed, any other person. I'm easy. I'm fluid.
After a man breaks up with his baby mama, because now Nikama Koti is always ruling in the favor of the woman, who do you think should be making the rules? How boundaries zitakuwa between this man and the baby mama? Because that's where the problem comes in mostly, isn't it?
The bodies that I'm really trying to petition so that we create. Let's create the safe heavens. That is why I was saying I'm putting together a team of men. So we come together, get lawyers who are going to help us pro bono. When a man is being abused or you're unanyang'anywa mtoto, unaongea na sisi, the lawyers represent you for free. They go and say, no. Allow this man to also be in the life of the child. Allow this man to provide. Because without that, normally you go there, you find a female magistrate, a female judge, bro, it's done. But most of the time, not all the time, most of the time they'll go there. And if you want it to go your way, bro, you have to pay. Ulazimu huangane hapa na kule nini na nini. So it starts with that one, the safe spaces, and then now people are spoken to. And then when that happens and the government supports it, people will know, let's just be fair. Let's be fair, and then now we can supervise. Because there's some women who should not raise children. And there are some men also should not raise children. But sometimes you go to court because you are the man, and because you didn't have a good defense, ama una do, na ule ameenda kaprotika mbeo, no, hawa wanaume lazima. You know now, the problem I'm having is this. Why do you women think we are fighting with you? Why does it look like we are fighting against each other? Wanaume lazima tuwafundishe mazi. Mwanaume sikwambienge hivyo. Mwanaume. Na maboys pia walikuwa wanaambiana zile, dem asai kuambia mazi. Dem asai. Why is it dem asai kuambia? Why mwanaume asai kuambie? We're supposed to be alikuwa anasema, no, why didn't you listen? No, calm down. Listen, hear them out. Mimi alemba mimi nilimpiga. Hivyo ndo venye nafaa. Really? So, starts with that one. The government comes in. You guys sign the petition, the government, so that they can raise an eye. Because I've spoken about it, the guys are just ignoring it. There's nothing. You sign the petition, people pay attention, the safe houses are brought, the counselors, the lawyers start looking at it, and then maybe boy child will come back to the place they were, where now at least a man can be. And right now, a man, that's why even most of us are just deciding to turn into women.
Okay, with all that have been said, Obina, of course Kamene has left. I would like to know, what is that one word that you'd like to tell her on her new journey?
I love you.
That's simple.
Yeah, I love you. And that means, I love you is very broad. It means I love and support everything that you do. the person that you are and where you're going. I'm gonna be right there. You know, she's not like she's living in Nairobi. She's just here. But now the radio experience, the breakfast experience is gonna be different. That is the issue.
Okay, thank you so much, Obina. We really appreciate you. Next.